I'm gonna have so much fun editing this. Why, hello there. I'm Pluto. Ruler of the underworld. Or at least that's what Wikipedia told me this morning. And today I have the distinct honor, as Virgil did with Dante long ago, of being your guide through all 8 circles of a very special kind of hell. Make sure you've got a comfortable pair of shoes on and maybe some of those floral ice cubes that Meghan makes on your person, because where we're headed is gonna get hot. Oh, and just a quick health warning, just for legal purposes. Roll the tape.
Possible side effects include breathlessness, convulsions, nausea, vomiting, seizures, rash, dizziness, insomnia, loss of will to live, loss of will to die, loss of will full stop.
Okay, with that out of the way, let's go. Level 1, Trolls. In the first circle of hell, we come face to face with a familiar, toothless, or should I say hairless, creature. Season 1's first guest, human cardboard cutout, full-time troll, and unabashed Meghan Markle disciple, Daniel Martin. With chefs David Chan and Christina Tossi thrown into the mix, probably because Daniel, well...
Green pearls.
Green pearls.
Green pearls, girls.
Yeah. To start off the tour, here we see Meghan still struggling after all this time to properly hold a knife. Observe now as she starts the day by sauteing some hair with a very generous side of onions. Oh, move aside slightly. Her guests have just arrived and my goodness, she actually manages to feign interest in them for exactly 2.5 milliseconds. Meghan now teaches us the importance of time management as she busies herself designing scarves instead of cooking a fresh dinner for her 2 small children.
I don't have time to make dinner every night.
And she's following that up by summoning both chefs not to the kitchen, but to the garden, where she makes them arrange flowers.
I'm not a flower person.
During this pointless exercise, Meghan, already bored with her 1025th identity, rebrands herself yet again as a samurai.
That samurais used to do floor arranging and calligraphy.
Is it so wild that I do flower arranging and calligraphy?
I guess we know what her next flopcast is going to be about. And we close off this circle of hell with Chief Executive Troll Daniel absolutely losing his marbles over making hair-infused graham crackers. Probably because he lacks a certain main ingredient. Alright, I think we're done here. Level 2, Bullies. Down to the second circle of hell we go, where we encounter a monster of epic proportions. The quintessential multi-hyphenate, as Meghan very kindly put it. Bully, creep, gold digger, and pizza lover, Chrissy Teigen. First, we see non-perfectionist Meghan almost having a nervous breakdown over measuring water. And she thought learning the British national anthem was going to be the hardest thing she had to do. We also learn that 10 years after this earth-shattering culinary moment,
Very fancy version of toast. Yes, but it doesn't have to feel overwhelming.
Meghan still struggles to say ricotta.
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 And in a shocking twist of events, Meghan shares her utter disdain for her pièce de la résistance, the discard.
Discard of the starter, which I think they need to rename that. I don't like the discard. I'm not a fan of that word.
And just when you thought we've had enough surprises for today, fellow bully Chrissy Teigen, who once told a child to take a dirt nap, now shares with us how bad she feels about cutting a flower.
I feel bad cutting it.
Next, we witness 2 grown women regressing to 12-year-old children before our very eyes.
So cute.
That is really cute.
It's a mercy Chrissy didn't start bullying 12-year-old Meghan right then and there. And here they are creating a huge deal out of making homemade crackers.
So good.
Before wheeling in Chrissy Teigen's personal assistant,
John.
to tell us all what he really thinks about their masterpiece. What a legend. All right, keep up. We're moving on. Level 3, pick-mes. In the third circle of hell, we shall meet a creature that has been unfamiliar to me thus far. I thought I would have met pretty much everyone there is to meet down here, you know, being the Lord of the Underworld or whatever I am. Fashion designer Tan France. But before we have the pleasure of actually making his acquaintance, we learn from Meghan that books can in fact be draped in bright colors because they, unlike her, can't outshine members of the British royal family.
It doesn't mean you need a neutral or plain ribbon to go with it.
Oh, and if things seem blurry to you at this point, it's not your eyes. It's just that Meghan is using an insane blurry filter like she did last time. And in case we've forgotten in the 5 months since season 1, Meghan now magnanimously shows us how to arrange fruit on a platter. Somebody give that woman a medal. In a pleasant twist of events, Tan proceeds to tell Meghan exactly what we've been thinking about her dead-ass flour sprinkles.
That's the gayest I've seen in a long time.
I like him. And possibly in an attempt to soften her guest's sharp tongue, Meghan offers him a drink before yet again regressing to a 12-year-old. And she wraps up the episode by wrapping up an unwanted spice box in a bandana. Okay, I think we're done here. Level 4, liars. Whew, starting to get warm in here, isn't it? But we're almost at the finish line. We're almost halfway there. In this, the 4th circle of hell, we encounter yet another culinary creature, Chef Samin Nosrat, who seems to share Meghan's propensity for lying to people's faces.
I have heard the greatest things about you.
Observe as Meghan opens the episode by pretending to honor the concepts of family and tradition as she makes her grandmother's ubiquitous apple butter recipe. Seriously, is that the only thing that's been passed down the generations in that family? And there's Samin wearing a ridiculous pair of camo pants that are giving me some serious PTSD with my military background. Speaking of troubling patterns, Meghan now attempts to inebriate her chef guest before wasting precious cooking time binding books.
Yes.
And now here she is, bravely tackling raw chicken again, after season 1's gut-wrenching raw chicken in the fridge fiasco. However, this time resulting in As Eva's first ever jewelry line. Yes, folks, you heard it here first. Aptly titled Salmonella. All right, I think we've had enough of this level. Off we pop. Level 5, frauds. We now arrive past the halfway point in our journey. I believe congratulations are in order, everyone. All right, that's enough. Now I'll be frank with you. I initially thought I'd have to give you the silent film treatment to spare you from a slow and painful death by human helium balloon, Jamie Kern Lima.
Try it. Go for it.
But thankfully, by the mercy of the heavens, yes, even down here in the underworld, our ears will be spared. For she was only here for, what, a couple of minutes tops? But that doesn't mean we're out of the Le Creuset frying pan yet. Hold your horses. Because in this, the 5th circle of hell, we encounter the fraud. Meghan begins the episode by beguiling her guests with a long, exhilarating lecture on the benefits of olive oil.
And it's just incredible people who care for the land. And
I just want to inspire to slow down and appreciate its ingredients.
Then, forgetting that we sell soap even here in hell, the guests are promptly put to work making hand soap, with Roddy clearly having the time of her life. Would you look at that face?
Hello, darkness.
Then they proceed to make a con artist delicacy, hairy curry. Get it? Hairy? I need to fire my scriptwriter. We then learn that there's a new breed of human who are actually born vegetarian.
I was born vegetarian.
And it looks like that's not the only revelation to be had. I don't know how many we can have in one day, folks.
I don't have time to make dinner every night.
you eat like this most nights of the week?
Yeah.
All right, I think we're done here. Level 6, hangers on.
Fish and chips and vinegar, vinegar, vinegar. Fish and chips and vinegar, pepper, 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 salt.
And now we arrive in the 6th circle of hell, where we shall encounter yet another creature of the culinary sort, Claire Smith. We get off to a promising start as Meghan does something she hates doing.
I don't like the process of juicing.
Having said that, she probably doesn't hate it as much as her guests hated drinking it. And in a decision that makes me wonder if all the private jets Meghan's been on give them travel packs as they do on commercial flights, Meghan chooses to gift her guest with an entirely redundant travel kit, complete with her signature squiggles, of course. By Zeus! Is she making salt and vinegar potato chips from scratch instead of transferring them from one bag to another? Oh, that was a mouthful. Although, based on her own reaction to them,
Hello, darkness.
Meghan then discovers how a freezer works for the first time in her 44 years.
Oh, it's cold.
Here's Meghan relapsing and playing the prove it game by putting her chopping chops on display. And observe as she cuts the skin off a fish as expertly as she cuts off her own flesh and blood. All right, I think it's time we... Level 7, users.
You can help by drinking.
Hey, man, we're gonna be friends for a long time.
the seventh circle of hell, famous for its distinct stench of burnt cardboard and alcohol. Speaking of cardboard, I'm sensing Meghan has a type. Oh look, it appears that the Kate effect has made its way all the way down to hell. After teaching us plebs how to pack light, Meghan proceeds to show us just what a stellar entrepreneur she is when she uses unlabeled raspberry preserves to make her signature boring as all hell thumbprint cookies.
Not too shabby.
You know, remind me to ban these along with Drew Barrymore. Note how Meghan got more done up for a pottery class than her own royal wedding. An aberration even down here in hell, I assure you. She then shows us how to use mounds of baking soda and essential oils to make bath blisterers for a nice, relaxing burn after a long day. What? It's all the rage down here in hell. Speaking of burns...
Did you watch Suits?
No. I don't watch basic cable.
Level 8. Enablers. Welcome to the 8th and final circle of hell. For now, we're breaking ground, to add a few more. You see that adorable looking older man over there? That, ladies and gents, is full-time celebrity chef and part-time Meghan Markle apologist, the illustrious Jose Andres.
Oh my God, this one is filled with cream!
In this final shot of the limelight, Meghan, the female founder Markle, chooses to serve any and every wine in California but her own.
There's a lot of options happening here.
And you might want to take notes here, just a tip. But pay close attention to the way she effortlessly tackles the incredibly risky task of plating a few pastries from a local bakery. Oh, and she added some strawberries? Just how does she do that? A quick warning as we approach the 6-minute mark. You may roll your eyes so far back in your head and experience a rare and incurable side effect of going blind as you observe the following. You've been warned.
They look super pretty.
It's just some cinnamon sugar.
We have to Instagram it.
Okay.
Look at this thing. Look at that.
Why do I feel like I've seen this before?
Always. Oh my God. And I think I am so impressed.
I wish people were so easily impressed by what I do. Hey, do you want some tea? I boiled some water in the kettle.
Oh my God. And I think I am so impressed.
You may have noticed that a considerable amount of sea creatures have been cooked or butchered alive in this episode. But it appears that any qualms Meghan may have had in the past regarding animal welfare have been conveniently flushed down the toilet. Although apparently the sea urchins don't feel any pain, which is more than I can say for myself, having gone through this. But rejoice, everyone, for we have arrived at the finale, the final supper, or the last supper, if you will, where Meghan, foodie that she is, barely eats a morsel and conveniently fades into obscurity as her guest, Jose Andres, steals the show. And with that, we have come to the end, I'm afraid, of this once-in-a-lifetime guided tour of Meghan's Inferno. I just came up with that on the spot. Clever, isn't it? I hope, my dear friends, that you come away from this tour with more recipes and crafting ideas than the hares found in Meghan's food. And if you wouldn't mind leaving me a positive Google review on the way out, it would be very kind indeed. You wouldn't want to get on the bad side of the ruler of the underworld, would you? I didn't think so. All right, I think you've seen enough horrors for today, so off you pop. Just hit ground in the elevator. None of that climbing up Satan's legs like Dante and Virgil did. This is the 21st century. All right, are we done? That's it? Awesome. Now we get the paycheck. Did you see that interview Meghan recently gave to Bloomberg?
I think oftentimes the negative voices are they saying negative things and then secretly going home and making single skillet spaghetti. And that's all right. They're trying to pay their bills and that's for them to sort out if they're comfortable doing it at someone else's detriment.
I don't even know how I managed before she came along. Did you know that I could barely pay off the mortgage for the last 4,000 years in the underworld? And then she came along and poof, it's raining money. I think we need to send her a gift. Perhaps a pair of balls, maybe, for her husband? Or is that too below the belt? Maybe some soap.